Hey, what's going on, you guys? Welcome to CCxRC. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at the new Maverick Microbe 124 scale two-wheel drive buggy. We've been seeing a lot in the micro market hit these days, and it seems to be that they're selling pretty well, I would guess, because there's so many minis coming out and micros coming out. It's really cool to see. I love it for personal reasons. When it's cold and snowy here in Michigan, we tend to go indoors and we need things that are a little bit smaller to work either in our garages or our basements or whatever. This is no exception. This here is their Microbe, and I love it because the colors are my colors. But there are 6 color variations for this. They come in blue, red, orange, pink, and yellow. So there's a lot of color options for these. This also comes with a clear wing, so you get not only the black one, but you also get a clear one. These are going to land for somewhere around $100, pricing to be determined based on tariffs and different things that go on when they get imported and costs that are associated with that. So it does come with a couple extra gears in here as well, and your little tool, as well as the USB charger and the manual here. The controller is one that we've seen before, Fly Sky style, and yeah, lots of options for dual rates and steering and throttle trims and throttle dual rates to turn down the speeds, all that kind of stuff, which is great. Bind button, reverses, and then you've got these, which would probably be for like drag brake and things. It's in the manual. I don't usually touch those on these buggies as much as I do the crawlers, so I wasn't looking for anything in those. Suspension feels really good out of the box, and the thing that I want to note about this, because I've already unboxed it to do the reel on it, is this is basically a rebrand with a few little changes of the Hobby Plus Speck-B. Now, I don't normally do comparisons of things when they first come out. I just like to give them kind of their own shakedown as a video. Like, I wouldn't do comparisons between this and, say, the low-C Micro B and do comparisons like which one's better, because that's not what this is about. This is about showing you what this car is and what it's about. But because this has so many similarities to the Speck-B and appears to be built off of that platform, I did want to point it out because I think it's a good thing, because the Speck-B was a pretty awesome release, and the fact that this uses those components is a good thing. And I've heard that the Maverick brand of HPI, because HPI or Maverick is by HPI Racing, is more of kind of like their budget-friendly brand, and there are some rebranded cars in there that they do in order to keep costs down and bring more stuff out and really do distribution on them. So there's 6 colors, so that's one of the nice things, is they're different colors, but they're also potentially going to be in different markets as well. And so we have to think about the RC market as a global market, and while we might think these are clones and whatever of the Micro B, there's actually a lot different about the build in these, and it is definitely a custom designed up by Hobby Plus on these. Well, and I believe this one as well. I know that the Hobby Plus was. But here's where I noticed it right away, was this battery tray. Awesome. It's one of the things I really loved about the Spec, and we're seeing it here in the Maverick, is this battery tray that gets out of the way for your battery. Just pull it to the side like this. You can get your battery in and out. One of the things I didn't like about other micros was the battery compartments and trays. I'm also seeing on here, similarity-wise, this double stack of receiver parts, which are inputs. And what that is going to mean is that you should be able to also run aftermarket electronics. Say, like, if you want to get a brushless system, typically when you do a brushless system, you have to replace all your electronics. This should allow you to leave this in, plug in your new ESC into this, and use this as a receiver. So you'd still run this for a receiver for your steering, and then you'd plug in your power into here from your ESC, and then you'd be able to use this to still control your car, which is an awesome thing, because in these minis, the more that you can keep the cost down when you do upgrades, the better. And these radios are actually pretty good. I like them. They're responsive, and the only thing would be maybe this wheel, if it had a little bit of rubber on it, would be great. That's the main thing that makes it look and kind of feel cheapish to me. The rest of it, I think, actually is pretty solid. Your battery, 2S LiPo, 350 milliamp hour battery. These last a decent amount in these cars. The tires, again, are the same as the ones that we see on the Hobby Plus. So differences we're seeing are these spacers here and different things are not anodized red that we saw on the other one. Also, I noticed that the taper on the front here of the chassis is actually different, which means that the body shape is different. A little bit more of a classic style body on this. So that's one difference that I'm seeing. But overall, the way that the motor's laid out, the metal plate here, all of that feels similar. Now, there could be differences internally versus metal gears, not metal gears, that kind of thing. I don't know. Similarities, differences, because they're not marketing this as being, you know, based off of that. They're marketing this as their Maverick Microbe. And again, it's going to be a solid platform because we've driven it. The shocks are adjustable, just with turning the little shock caps, or not the shock caps, but the little rings on the side. So that's nice. They're oil filled, and like I said, it feels really good. So these tires hook up really good on carpet. They hook up on the cement, on asphalt. They've done pretty well as well. The only thing that I found that they were a little slick on, and not a little, they were a lot slick on, was we had those like kind of tile pads that you do in your garage or whatever, and they're already kind of slick. However, like certain tires we put on for Mini Z racing and for our 1RC racing, the soft compounds really hook up on it. These do not. So these would spin out pretty easily in the corners of that. But not every track runs that, and ours aren't even the ones for Mini Z racing. He found something else that he's running and clicked together and put down on the floor. And we found tires that work for it for those, and actually there's some Proline tires that you could put on here. So these are a standard size, so you should be able to upgrade your tires and wheels to work with other micro wheels and tires. But it does say that it has metal gear differentials in here and the crown gear on it. But the gearing here for the transmission side are those plastic gears that you saw in this bag. And so you have tuning right out of the box with those. The Velcro on these goes to the sides, and just kind of pull this to the side and it just clicks down like so. I kind of like that actually better than the Speck-B and the Micro B that go and Velcro on the top here. So, but it clips over the front here and the nose pretty well. But I did want to just go ahead and show you, like, so people maybe didn't see my other videos here. And why I'm saying this, because again, I don't usually do comparisons like this out of the box. Except that the similarities are so much that I just kind of had to draw attention to it. But again, I say it's a good thing because this is a really solid platform that we've been running. So, but same wheelbases, wings are the same, and this does come, like I said, with a clear one. For the most part, the way the bodies mount are the same, but they do have this one that is different. And you'll see how long and rectangular this body is, where this one tapers. That's because on the bottoms, they do change the actual chassis. But most of the other mounting holes and all that are the same. They do change up here a little bit in the way that they mount and narrow up. But feature-wise, you'll see when you look under here, they look very similar, different colors, but same little button press. All of this looks very, very similar, right down to the indentations and stuff in the sides of these. So, like I said, that's not a bad thing. And again, it really comes down to markets. And I think what it does also mean is we've got now more color options. You get to choose based on the body stylings you like. But it should mean part support should be really, really great for these Mavericks out of the gun here. So we're gonna get a battery in it. We're gonna run it and show you guys how it handles. And it should be very similar to the other one, kind of, because we do have a basic idea of how well that one ran. So I'm excited to get this one out and run it as well as we get ready to go into our winter season here in Michigan. I don't have many more days where I get to run outside, but I'm excited to be able to today and get out my ramps and just do some fun jumping and show this thing handling out there. So battery's in. You plug in right here, your battery. The nice thing is the way that they also left room in here for that balance lead. I don't know if I showed that when I put it in. how quick and easy that was, but your balance lead can sit right next to it there, instead of trying to figure out where it's going to hang in your body, under the body. Everything's nice and clean on these. Once you plug this into, look at how clean all of that is, ready to run. All right, so we're gonna turn these both on. Give it a minute, you hear it. So pretty quick servo. It does have plastic gears in it. So it's a 030 motor in there with a 63 turn is what it is, brushed. But it looks like it is ready to receive brushless. You can feel that power. All right, let's get out and run it. All right, guys, I'm out here on my front porch where I've been running my monster trucks, and I thought I would run this up here. It's definitely slipperier. It's no real traction on it. It's just painted or deck stain, but it's basically paint. So you can see it's still got decent control on here. Like I could sit out here if it's snowy out on the front drive if I wanted to, and I could still run this thing and have some fun. Not with that jump though. That side of that roller is not fun for any of my mini buggies, micro buggies. It'll kick you weird. There we go. This side's a little more forgiving. If I come this way though. If you do hit it, you have to have a little bit more speed. Oh, rolled it. So we'll get them down on the cement here in just a second where I have a little bit more traction, but I just want to show it in different terrains. Like this is, if you had a slick concrete floor in your basement or whatever, cement, this might be what it'd be more like. That jump is just tough to land. Can I hit this one? Oh, I sure can. Oh, skied it. Went way up there. All right, let's get it down here. Let's rip it on the cement some. Here's where we're gonna have some good traction. That is wide open. So not too fast to run in your house. I think they say the top speed on these is about 13 miles per hour. That'd be tough to even judge. If you put a speedometer on it, the weight of it would probably slow it down quite a bit. But fast enough in small spaces. If you're running things that are tight, it feels quick and nimble, which is what's great. Like I'd probably just keep it in an area like this. Kind of running it. Tight, short straightaways. If you had a really long straightaway, you'd feel like it was a little slow. But when it's tighter and quicker, then it feels perfect. But in a small basement or garage, this would feel like about the speed you would want. But they look really good. So I'm gonna get it to slide a little bit on here too, because again, asphalt, especially this we just had resealed, it feels like it's painted. It's not a whole lot of grip like you'd have on cement or carpet. But it'll hold and push the corners without spinning out. Like that's full turn. So you can keep it from spinning out and turn tight and get going. Yeah, pretty rad. Can't talk. You guys don't know what it's like making these videos all the time. All the stupid things I have to edit out or redo because I, have a weird like burp in my talk or just weird stuff that happens. Let's go take it off here in this little bit of dirt, see what it does. I haven't driven them in this yet. So it's bouncing around, but it's doing it. Oh, we rolled it. The weather hasn't been good, so we really haven't been able to run out here our groms. Oh, on this dirt, It's spinning out. Two-wheel drive style. You'd want a little tighter, packed, grippy clay. Now, I think your winning bet is going to be on a driveway, down in the basement. Even if you have to throw down a little roll of carpet to run on, it'd be pretty sweet. Anyway, guys, there it is, the Maverick Microbe. We'll have links in the description where you can pick these up. Hope you guys are having an awesome day. Have fun RCing. We'll catch you in the next video.